In earlier modules, we have talked about it, but it has some relevance here. That's why we are talking about it again. Queer theorists, Butler, Judith Butler, American, she is very famous queer theorist. And queer, this term covers all types of trans people. So I won't be using individual terminology. I am using a collective term for them, queer. Queer theorists, the people who are associated with universities and academic circles, and they are doing research on queers. So we call them queer theorists, and Butler is one of them. She says that sexual identity is not descriptive. It is not that what people are. When we say something is descriptive, it means it describes a person. So it is not descriptive, rather it is what people do. It is a kind of action, it is performance, it is performative in nature. So this is her point of view. Traditionally, identity is defined as description of personal attributes. So this is very common concept. We have a list of attributes which are given, which pre-exist, and this is given by culture, that if a person is a teacher, these are features of that teacher. So whenever we want to identify whether this person is a teacher or not, we will match the teacher with that given list. So this is what we mean by descriptive identity. Queer theorists say that sexual identity, whether you are one of the subcategory of queers, so that identity is created by speech acts. It is created by your talk. It is not pre-given. When you will talk, your talk will determine who you are. So, in other words, your performance, your conversation, or conversation, both pronunciations are correct. So it will determine your identity. The interpretation, the result, the effect that your talk will leave upon the hearer, that is your identity. This view is based on pragmatics of speech acts. We have discussed in previous modules feminist pragmatics, and there we discussed speech acts, speech act theory. Whenever we speak, we also perform acts. Acts through speech are called speech acts. We say something, that is locution. We perform some function. We express our intention. We want to express our agreement, our disagreement, our promise, threat, warning, thank you, etc. So these are illocutions. And what is the effect of our illocution on the hearer? That is perlocution. If you say someone, bring me a glass of water, so this is your saying, and your intention is request, that is illocution. And if that person brings you a glass of water, that is perlocution, the effect. So these three things together are called a speech act. So these queer theorists, like Butler, they say that similarly, we build our sexual identity. It is a kind of speech act. Our words are taken as promise if uttered appropriately in a social context. After that, we use similar words for promising in similar contexts. So they become typical words, typical expressions for typical action in typical situation. They are typified. This repeated performance, because we use them more than once in the similar situations, so this becomes a repeated performance. So this repeated performance of promise is called act of promising. Now whatever I have said about speech act, we will try to apply it to the construction of sexual identity. For example, first let me give you example of promise. Effect of speech act, how it happens. If a friend invites another friend to his birthday party, the answer of the other friend is, I have a surprise for you. Now, if the first friend says thanks or shows pleasure, it is a promise. That person thinks that surprise may be a costly gift, etc. But if the other person thinks, and the effect on that person is, what then? If you show me a surprise, what then? It is not a promise. Rather, it is showiness, it may be a threat. This is the effect on the hearer. Similarly, if a hearer responds to the talk of a queer, now we are applying it to queers. If a hearer responds to the talk of a queer and says, this person is a trans, after listening to the talk, the effect on the hearer is that he concludes that this person looks a trans. This person is gay, this person is lesbian, etc. The talk is not just talk. It is identity of the queer. This effect on you is construction of identity. The term performance that we are using in this theory, this is taken from theater. Because in theater, actors perform, they say something, they produce dialogues, they perform certain actions, and from their dialogues and actions, we say this person is a hero, this person is heroine, this person is brave, this person is villain. So we do the same thing in construction of sexual identity. Now we conclude that from this whole talk, performance theory takes back power of identity assignment from society. It is not society that predefines our identity, it is our discourse, it is our talk in social interaction that defines our sexual identity.